Hello, for this screencast today I'm going to be showing you basically how to create a drawing using the vector tools in Photoshop, and we are going to do a Halloween drawing. So we're going to go ahead and get that selected and into place. And the tools here. The tools are there. Oh, they're over there to the side. Okay. So, anyways, what you're going to do first off is we're going to create a document. But before we create a document, what I want to do is create a grid that we can view. So, in Photoshop Preferences, I would like you to go down to where it says Guides, Grids, and Slices. You'll notice that there's color options here, and sometimes I think it's a little easier to make the grid lines a little darker. And what I would like you to do is we're going to work in inches, so keep that default, but make 6 subdivisions, okay, in the grid. These can all stay the same. If you want, make the grid color a little darker, and then 6 subdivisions. And then I'm going to go create a new document, and we'll just do 8.5 by 11. We'll do a landscape mode though. And please remember, a number of you forgot to change the resolution when you are working with your designs, and 72 is just going to make all your type at a very low resolution. So you want to put 300 pixels per inch. And definitely do the transparent background. The rest of it can all stay the same. You can call it Halloween. And hit OK. And I screwed that one up. Canvas size 8.5. Okay, there we go. So again, I'm going to go to the view, and we're going to show the grid. And you can see here that they're divided in 6 sections in each inch. So each square represents an inch. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to be showing you how to do curves in Photoshop. You know, what we've shown you thus far is, you know, just how to do a typical square. And I mean, you can easily figure out how to do a triangle, etc. But what we're going to do here is I just want to show you something as far as making curves in using the pen tool. If you click, you always go and you stick to a straight line. It's always going to be a straight line that's created. The way to not do a straight line would be to click on your point, and I want to make it so I get this curve or this arch here. So what I do is, now if I click once, I get a straight line. But if I click once and hold down my mouse, not letting up, and drag an arm out to the end of this square, you'll notice I have just made a round line. Now, if I go opposite here and click down here, what's going to happen is it's going to create an identical arch just like the one I created over there. So watch what happens. Okay, so I got this perfect arch there. So again, what I did was I clicked, but I didn't let up on my mouse, and I dragged out an arm, keeping my mouse held down, clicked once, and now because it automatically goes into a curve mode, click another one, and there you see I have that nice round circle. Well, we're going to be one of the things we're going to be making today is a bat, and I want to show you how you can do the wings. So again, very much like we just showed you, I'll start down here. I'm going to click once and go to the opposite corner and pull my arm out. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down and click once. But the thing is that now I want to make these look more like wings. And you can still see the little boxes, the separations in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go two over, one up, or two up. So 2 over, 2 up. And then, if you watch carefully, I'm going to go 2 over this way, and then down. Notice how I've got that nice look there. So what I did was I went 2 over, 2 up, dragged the arm for 2 blocks, go straight down, 2 over, 2 up, drag for 2 boxes, come down. And now I have this nice little arc in here that I can use to create wings. Now if I go to the layer panel, and this is my wing, I could go up to duplicate, layer, hit OK, wing copy, and now I just drag it over here. Now I've got the 2 bat wings. Pretty easy. Now the other vector tools too you can find in the shape tools, and we have the ellipse tool right here, and this is where you can just make just a nice long bat body. You can also hold down your shift key and make a bat head. Shift keeps it uniform. Okay, and again, you can just, you know, move it as a whole object, or you can go down here to Path Selection tool and then move it accordingly. And you can use your up and down arrows too to manipulate things. Now they put little ears in here, so here's where you would go and you would do your little triangles. And again, what I could do is this is ear. I can just go and duplicate this ear, hit OK, and then what I could do is I could go to transform path, and then just flip horizontal, and then just take that black arrow and drag it over here. Okay. Now if you wanted to change the color of, like, you want to put some fun eyes in there, you could do that. Double click, put some red eyes in there, and again just duplicate the layer, hit OK, and bring this over, and now you've got your nice little bat. So let's check the time here. I think we're doing okay, but I think what we'll do is, so the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be making the witch's hat. And again, using the various tools, you know, there's no reason to have to make one of these if you have one, a shape that can do it for you. And so again, I'm just going to go ahead and click on that, make it a black, okay. And I guess I didn't get that one. Oh, there it is. Okay, make it a black and hit OK. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my witch's hat. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm also going to make it round here, okay, because there is an added dimension of some three-dimensional look here. And then I can go ahead and add a band . Now here, watch what I do now. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down my Option key, because right now I'm in a curve. And if I stay in this curve and want to make a straight line by going up here, do you notice how it makes a curve there? Well, the way to avoid this is I can put it back into straight line mode after I've done a curve by holding down my Option key, and then look what happens. The little convert tool comes up, and I just drag this arm back, and now it becomes a straight line again. Okay? And then I can go over here and make the curve again. But if I try to do this, I get that curve going again. So again, what I do is hold down my Option key, hover over the point, drag the arm back in, and now it becomes a straight line. And I can change that to whatever color I want. And there you go. Got the hat for the Halloween project here. Another thing that I wanted to show you is ghosts. There are ways that you can do some fun things with ghosts. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have you hold back down on the pen tool. You can get out of the color picker here. And we're going to do what we call a freeform pen tool. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I have white picked as my foreground color, and I am just going to I guess that wasn't the color, so we'll go ahead and just make it white. Okay, now if you notice, and this is probably good to see too, do you notice how when I did the freehand it gave it a lot of squiggles? Watch what happens when I turn off the grid. So I'm going to go ahead and uncheck it. And you can see it doesn't look very realistic. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that layer. And watch now when I don't have a grid how much easier it is to get a more realistic look here. So again, make that white and hit OK. So now for this particular action, what they would like us to do is we go up to Layer, Layer Style, and I believe this one is the inner shadow. Okay. And you'll notice the inner shadow, it comes in the blend mode or mode of multiply. And one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this black to a nice gray. Hit OK. And you can see that something's happening there. Now I could certainly change the angle of it so that it's more. I can change the distance of it, the size of it, and look at that. With increasing the size to like 103, you notice that you get kind of more of that three-dimensional look, and you can use this on a number of different things. But it was just using the inner shadow on the layer style, and then I can go in here and go ahead and make the little shapes. And I don't know why those aren't. Okay, so what I would like you to do for this project is think about all the different things you can do. You can add some gradients to get more of the three-dimensional effects as well, and there's other things I can show you. But what about putting the haunted house and the wicked witch on the broom? There's so many different things you can do with this project. And don't be afraid to Google some ideas for what you could do. And again, we are going to select the most scariest and eeriest Halloween poster presentation, and this will be due next week. So again, I'll be showing you some more things tomorrow when I come in, but I just wanted you to get an upper hand here on this particular assignment. So anyways, have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.